What's the dumbest thing that you've ever invested in?
The dumbest thing I've ever invested in. Should I say my son's band?
You're a good mom.
He wants to put real estate under like one market. There's the macro and the micro. Not only add 1 0 to your net worth, but you can add 2 zeros.
Are you guys do it? If I can do it, you can do it. So very interesting here in Riverside, interviewing people and trying to get as many voices as we can. Some people are loving the real estate market and some people are not. So it's very interesting to see. So how do you feel about the Jacksonville territory in general, just Jacksonville as a whole?
Well, it's a lot different than when I moved here in 1985.
Where are you from?
I actually came here from South Carolina.
And do you own or rent your home?
Own
Own your home. How long have you owned it?
since 1985.
And how much have you seen appreciation over the past few years?
It has gone up quite a bit.
So as somebody that sees their house go up, are you like, hey, I want to sell this to make the money from it? Or do you realize, like, what's your thought process on that?
If I sell it, I would just have to pay a lot more to replace it. So I just keep it up and stay.
And did you get to refinance your interest rate down?
I don't have a loan.
It's all paid off. Congratulations. Good job. So and last question, I'll leave you with this. What's the dumbest thing that you've ever invested in from your point of view?
In my home?
In general.
In general, the dumbest thing I've ever invested in. Should I say my son's band?
You're a good mom. You like Jacksonville?
I do.
What do you do?
I'm in the Navy.
Oh, thank you for your service. So how do you feel about the current real estate market in Jacksonville?
Well, right now it's kind of a weird time with interest rates the way they are. But I'm bullish in the long term on real estate. So
Nice, I like it. Are you? Do you own or rent your home?
I own.
Do you have investments as well?
I do.
How long have you owned your home?
The one here, 6 months.
Okay. So you probably haven't seen as much appreciation as people that have had it for a very long time.
Yeah, no, this one now. I bought it. I was competing with 30 offers at the time. So
Crazy market, right? Where do you see it going in the next 18 to 24 months?
definitely a correction coming. I mean, it's already happening. Everything's coming to pretty much a grinding halt. As far as if it'll go down, I don't know. No one really knows. We'll see.
Do you suggest or recommend that people purchase a home right now or rent right now if they're just getting into the market?
I always say buy. I mean, they always say the best time to buy a house was 30 years ago. Second best time is right now. So
I like that. And then last question, what is the dumbest thing that you've spent money on or invested in general?
alcohol.
That's not too bad, though. At least you have some fun, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you from Jacksonville?
Yes.
Okay. And how do you feel about the current real estate market?
I don't know a whole lot about it. I rent now, so I do want to purchase my own home. So
Okay, so you rent now. That's good. What's your rent, if you don't mind me asking?
about $1,600.
Is that expensive for you?
Yes.
Very expensive. And so do you feel like you could get more for your money if you bought right now, or do you feel like you should wait a little bit longer because of the market, or what's your mindset on that?
Probably wait just a little bit, see what it does, and then buy a house.
Okay, gotcha. So $1,600 rent. You want to buy, but you feel like what's your timeline on buying something?
In the next 2 years.
Okay. And so you feel like the market, what if the market goes up even more in 2 years?
Probably wait.
So just keep waiting. Okay, gotcha. And then last question, what's the dumbest thing that you've ever spent money on or invested in?
Probably a scooter.
What do you think about the current real estate market in general?
Real estate, I'm not into it because if I'm not into something, I'm not interested.
Okay, got it. Do you buy or rent your home up in New York?
Rent it.
You rent it. What's your rent up there?
We got frozen rate. It's $9.54.
That's really good. You're lucky.
Well, New York is not Florida. They got more everything for people than welfare. This one, but I don't have welfare. We just live in this apartment for 40 years, and
Okay, and what's the dumbest thing you've ever spent money on?
I don't know. Usually, I'm not.
You're good with your money, then. You just keep it in your pocket.
Yeah, not going. I'm not saving money, but I don't spend it on dumb things.
I like that. Would you recommend the same thing for everyone?
Sure.
Are you from Jacksonville?
Yeah.
How do you like Jacksonville?
I like Jacksonville.
What do you think about the current real estate market?
I mean, rent is high, and it's kind of ridiculous because they're raising rent. Like, they did like 25% this year, and that was kind of asinine. But like, past that, I don't know.
Okay, so you own or rent your home?
I own my home.
Okay, what do you? How long have you owned it for?
Like 2 years?
Have you seen appreciation go up pretty much in the last 2 years?
Yeah.
By how much?
I'm not really, like 45% below, but like, that's kind of normal, I guess. I'm trying to sell my house right now, and that's what the real estate lady said. It's because of the market. I don't know, I don't really understand it, but
You're just there for the buy. So what's making you sell your home?
I don't like the area that I live in anymore.
Okay, so for you it's about location, not trying to get the most for your money right now.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And if you could go back and tell your teenage self anything about money, what would it be?
Don't rent an apartment, buy a house.
I like that. Okay. And what's the dumbest thing you've ever spent money on?
Probably my first car, because it was old. Shouldn't be driving it.
Okay, it's beat up. What do you think of the current real estate market?
He's better to answer that, but home, and it seems like it's high as hell right now. It's expensive.
I was going to ask you, you own your home as well?
Yes.
What do you think of the market?
I think it's a bubble. I think interest rate changes, the 75 basis point increase is probably going to have an effect. I think supply is going to keep it up for a while, but I don't think that's going to last. And I think we're also seeing an effect from COVID.
For sure. How much has your home appreciated in the last 2 years, let's say?
Maybe 20 to 30%.
Are you somebody that's wanting to stay there or wanting to sell at what they feel might be the top?
If I could sell now, I would, but my life's changing for me in the next year, so I really can't do anything until that happens.
What do you recommend for somebody who, let's say they are renting, they want to own a home, but the prices are high? Do you think that they should wait, or do you think that they should just go ahead because the prices are going to go high anyway?
I think there's a rent versus buy calculator on Realtor.com. And if you go use that, you can probably get a good idea. Depends on rent, depends on your lease and how long you plan to stay in the area. Usually if you're somewhere more than 3 to 5 years, then it's worth buying. But if it's short term, then you're likely to get burned by correction.
And just wait it out.
Wait it out.
Gotcha.
3 to 5 years, usually if it's a lease, that's the rule. If it's shorter than 3 to 5 years, then don't buy.
I like that. And then what would you go back and tell your, let's say, 20-year-old self about money?
I think I did everything right back then.
You're one of the few.
Well, no, I owned my first home by 23. Save money, work on your credit, use Mint or some sort of a credit monitoring software and a budgeting software. There are a lot of things to think of, but pay cash for everything, buy used cars, don't have credit card debt.
What's the dumbest thing you've ever wasted money on from your perspective? And then I'll leave you alone.
Oh, wow. Beer?
But that's a good time, though. I like it.
I don't think I've wasted a lot of money in my life.
Very good. So we need you to teach all the young people, all the millennials, what to do with their money.
I'd be happy to.
So how do you guys feel about the current real estate market?
I don't know. I mean, it's high. It's high, but it could be good for some and bad for others.
Yeah. Do you guys own or rent your home? And how long have you owned it?
For 15 years, and the other one since November 20th, 2019. I think, no, 2020.
2020. So how much have you seen your houses go up in appreciation over the past few years?
The newer home has probably went up like over 100,000.
That's good.
But we got it for a cheap price too, so it kind of already had equity in it when we first got it.
Oh, very good. Okay, and so
It kind of dropped.
Oh, it did drop. Where is it located?
It's over in the Springfield area, but it's more of the east side near the Jacksport, Talleyrand area. So it kind of dropped a little, but now, like this past maybe 6 months to a year, it's going up, but not much.
Okay, and if you're somebody that does rent your home, would you recommend renting right now and continuing to rent, or to go ahead and buy even though prices are at all-time highs?
Well, both homes, one is a short-term rental and the other one is being rented. So I would recommend continuing to either short-term rent or rent out.
I like that. And
don't buy anything unless you're going to build it.
Okay, just keep it for long term.
Yeah.
Okay, and then if you could go back and tell your 20-year-old self something about money, what would you say?
Save it.
Invest.
Invest it. I like it. What are you investing in?
We just got with the real estate and just put something away towards some money that can make you money. Don't just spend your money as a person.
Make it grow. I like that. What's the dumbest thing you've ever spent money on?
Yeah. A car that can't make you money.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Vehicles. Yeah.
Car, depreciating asset. It's just not making anything. Good answer. I like it.